I want to show you how I was able to build an email list of over 3 million people over the course of just a few years. And this isn't just a list of just a bunch of random people. This is an actual fruitful list of people that were willing to buy my stuff in my e-commerce brand. So let's jump over to my computer and I'll whiteboard it all out. All right, so you're probably thinking, okay, yeah, over a course of a few years, building an email list of 3 million people, definitely doable, especially if I run a bunch of lead ads and blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, definitely doable, but are those people actually going to purchase from your e-commerce brand? So this is actually 3 million. Probably if we had to extrapolate how many leads that we're able to capture, it's probably far beyond that, double, if not more of that over the course of 5-ish years of building an email list. So these are actual leads that were actually turned into customers, not just a random list of just a bunch of leads that didn't turn into anything. So essentially, the process in which we did this was intentional, of capturing leads that are actual customers. Like I said before, you can build a list with a lot more people during a shorter time horizon and have a bunch of people that don't want to purchase anything. But there's a way to go about it where you can build a solid list, a really big list over time, and everybody on that list can still would still be considered a customer at the end of the day. So the way I like to look at this is, if you can imagine a scale starting over here, running all the way over here, and then 0 on this side, 100 on this side. And let's say 0 stands for, all right, this person doesn't trust you at all. They wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. And then this person over here has immense trust in you. They trust you with their life. So this is what we're looking at for these leads, right? So the people on this email list, they're going to want to fall into the category of over here. So probably your 50% mark and higher, because these are the people that are more likely going to purchase because they really trust you. So these people over here, if you want to build that email list with just a really big number, that's where they will fall. So what we ended up doing was thinking at this level of, we wanted to get people over into this area so that they really trust us and they purchase from us. So if we started here, it allowed us to develop the customer journey, the lead journey, whatever you want to call it, to guide the person to becoming somebody that would trust us on the highest level possible. So the way we did this is, it's broken down with getting people through the door, right? So just what's something out there that would pique their interest. If this is my e-commerce brand and I am selling a widget, which I'll just put a W over here, just trying to sell this widget over to a bunch of people that are in this category with 0 trust isn't going to work. Now it works with like some of those cold, trendy, just drop shipping e-commerce ads, things that people might already be looking for. Yeah, that's fine. But if you're actually building a brand behind it and you want the longevity, this isn't the best way to go about it. The customer at the end of the day that's over here, they need to go through this journey from 0 to 50 to 100. That way they're a long-term customer and their LTV is looking really nice. So keeping that in mind, that's how we went about building this email list of over 3 million people. So what we started with was information. So what we would do is we figure out, okay, if this is our end goal, if this is our specific product, all right, what's a free piece of information that we can give them that has some kind of perceived value to it? Now, this perceived value, this information that they'd be getting, probably drops them right here. Let's say this is 5, on the scale of 0 to 100 when it comes to trust. They're probably landing at a 5 once they absorb this information. So a lot of the ways that we did this was by giving them a free guide after opt-in. So we'd have like an image on the page, and then we have some copy on it, and then a button so they can opt in. Then they would land on a thank you page, which then delivered the guide, and then also sent the guide to an email. That way they're on our email list, and they could grab the guide from there as well. So that was a simple way of doing it. Now, there's a lot more communication past this point to get them to becoming a 100, which I'm not going to talk about just yet. I'm going to talk about more areas that we were able to get them through the store. Another offer that we ran was free plus ship. So what we ended up doing was, if we had a informational product, we'd have a free plus ship offer. So we had like a 2-step order form on an order page. Grab this free book, just cover the shipping, and we'll ship it to you. And so this actually generated a lot of leads, because what this was able to do is that some people were customers, some people were abandoned cart leads at the end of the day. Either way, this got their interest, put them on our email list, and we were able to retarget them with, terrible email right there. We were able to retarget them to offers like this, or what I'm about to talk about next, which is I'm going to call it a training. So there's multiple trainings that we kind of did here. So we did master classes, we did webinars, we did simple kind of topic specific trainings. But for this case, I'm just going to call it a training. So all these people that were on the list, we would direct them to something like this, where it was, hey, we have this specific training that we have going on, and you can register and go through this training process where you learn about the specific topic, about this specific product, and we try and sell you that product, and so on and so forth. So all of these avenues, and there's more, but all of these avenues, what we're thinking of was where we wanted them to end up. We knew we wanted them to be a 100 on the trust scale. Let's say trust here, TR, on the trust scale. So we started here and worked our way backwards. What would it take to bring somebody from 0 all the way to 100? So these front end objectives were just to get the foot in the door, to earn some kind of level of trust by them receiving some information, right? The reason I call this a 5 is because you can get that information anywhere. We're not the only people that have this information. You could go to Google, you could go to any other resource and get that information, but you're choosing to get that resource from us. So at least we know we got your foot in the door. Now, beyond this process, now it's all about getting those people along the scale all the way to 100. And what that looked like was building in a way for them to apply that information. So as they started to come into our ecosystem, they started to get more offers, and these offers later in the funnels had that application portion that I'm talking about. But we needed a way to get them the end result of what they're initially looking for, right? So the only reason you're absorbing information is because there's some kind of problem that you need a solution to. And if we can help you get there, if we can take you from problem to solution, that brings you way up on the trust curve or trust scale here to a 50 to maybe even an 80, right? If it's a big problem that we ended up helping you solve. Now, along this journey here, we were able to start weeding people out. So, for example, there was a guide that we gave away, and this is a great example of, hey, we didn't start with the end product. Now, a topic at the time that was really hot was inflammation. So we were giving away this guide, and it was free. It was all digital. You'd sign up, and that was it. You just got brought to a thank you page. But we didn't have a specific product in mind at the end of what this journey looked like once you were on our list. And so what we found over a period of time was all these emails that we gathered, and it was maybe 20,000-ish, 30,000-ish emails that we gathered, none of them were worth anything over the course of 30 days. They didn't have a high value because we didn't start with the end product in mind, so we couldn't customize this journey for what they need to go to. So what I'm saying here is along this trust curve, as we start to help them apply this initial information that they were looking for, we slowly started to kick them out. We started to sunset them, thus refining our list and building a list of people that have immense trust in us and are more willing to purchase what we want to sell them at the end of the day. So when it comes to building that list of 3 million plus people, which isn't a lot, if your goal was only to build a list, but 3 million plus people that are ready to purchase from you is a totally different story. The way we would set out to do it is give them that information for free, right? And then we would slowly try to pop them into other offers and different applications to help them solve the problem that they're having. That way we can build more trust with them and move them along the scale and eventually get them to purchase the end product that we're looking for or that we wanted them to purchase. So that's exactly how we did it. I mean, there was nothing special. It was just starting with, all right, what's the end goal? And then figuring out what's a free, low barrier of entry, low cost, high perceived value that we could present to them that would get them on our list, and then work them down that journey to becoming a customer by helping them take that information and actually use it. So that's it.